I'm live now. That's always a good thing to see, is that we are live. Although I'm not seeing anything, which is interesting. That's okay. We're just going to let it play out. There we are. Okay. It's like pop goes the weasel. Here we go. All right. Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the Presence of Light Talk with Charlie Riverman Bergeron. It's an amazing week that we're embracing, and the weekend is going to be more powerful, which is interesting because we are now receiving more energies every day with all of the solar frequencies that are being sent and the shifting of the consciousness of humanity, the opening of our hearts. All of these things are adding to a field of energies that, at this point, for many, it's a little bit overwhelming, and it will settle down. But for a while, um, it's going to be pretty much an intense energy. The key to that is do not fear it. Okay, we have a lot of things going on in the world that produce fear. And it is not in our benefit to tap into that fear. And when we feel fear arising within us, the important message that I've been receiving is to step back. Take a step back and find a place where you feel safe or comfortable. Grounding with Mother Earth is one of the great things we can do. But take that time to rest and reset yourself. Because if we do not reset ourselves, we will not be able to deal with all of the chaos. Chaos is not always negative. And I'm going to say this. This is not in my notes. I'm just my opening statements here. But chaos isn't always darkness. Chaos is just an incoherent pattern of energies, okay, that surround us. We are not here to put them all in order because that's not the nature of existence. The nature of existence comes out of chaos. It's order out of chaos. You've heard that, and you've been taught that. And that is not ours to do as much as it is for us to tap into and realize that when we are in chaos, we have the power to come back into order. We don't have to rely on somebody else to do it for us, which is what we've been taught for thousands of years. We have to listen to our leaders. We have to listen to people who are in power to tell us what is chaotic and what is not chaotic, what is good, what is bad. And yet we all have that power within us. We truly never needed them. It was perhaps in the beginning a great idea of structure, but it has failed miserably thousands of years, over thousands of years. And we're now moving into a place where our sovereignty is going to be more forward instead of being pushed backwards. That's another whole talk. So today's talk is a positive internal reset. And it relates to this weekend where we're having lunar eclipse that is going to be an amazing, powerful opening of many gateways, is what I'm told. Many gateways. I can't explain that. I just know that the energies that are going to be coming into planet Earth and coming from within Mother Earth are going to meet, and they're going to join together. And this is what I'm seeing, and my guides are teaching me. They're coming together in a way that is going to be highly beneficial for the future of all life on planet Earth. So that's a positive. That's the word positive. Okay, I'll just leave it at that. The internal part is it's going to affect us internally, as it's going to affect Mother Earth internally as well. It's not just on the surface, but we're going to observe it from the surface. So the moon and the sun, as we all know, help us to move forward. Okay, they are part of our environmental system that, you know, tells it's our time, how many days, how many nights, etc. So they are ambassadors of time. I like that. Yeah, sometimes my guides are very funny with their way they express things. Ambassadors of time. The sun and moon are ambassadors of time. And what that means really is that everything we do has a period of energy, and I look at it as blocks of energy. And when we move through those and accumulate them, then we have what we call time. But it really doesn't exist, because there is only the forward movement or the non-movement. We don't go backwards. We don't go backwards. That's not the nature of the universe, to go backwards. It may stand still and it moves forward. So if many of you are feeling like you're stuck, you're standing still, this new equinox, or not equinox, so eclipse, eclipse, there's my human brain. The eclipse is really an amazing, powerful force of energies that are going to be bestowed within us, not just around us. And they're going to help us move forward. They're going to help us move forward by opening our hearts, and receiving and generating more love. So as you can, look at what's happening in the world today, everything has been very fractalized. It's split. It's morphing. It's sometimes unbelievable that we can have come so far in humanity to start like going backwards or falling apart. I'm reminded of when I was a child and we played with blocks and made stack them high, and then they crumbled. And then we'd build them up again, and then they would crumble. What was that crumble like? That crumble was like, we were hoping that we could get it one more, and that was too much. This is where we are in our own existence. We're at the point of too much, too fast, and being controlled by people who do not have the highest good in their minds for all of humanity and all of life on planet Earth. So, this is where we are. It's a very strange place many times, because we don't know what is really going to happen, what somebody's going to throw at us next. So we have to move forward with our hearts open. And the moon and the sun of this eclipse is going to help us do that. And it's going to help us to receive and generate more love, because that's what is required. So now, where does that lead us? What's interesting, and what I've read and came across in several ways, one was an article about the eclipse. And it's the interesting thing for me, as a person who works with energy grids and places, sacred places on the earth, and holding an integrity, a pattern of integrity of all of that, and reconnecting energies, is that this part of this eclipse, the moon is going to be exactly above Lake Titicaca, which is a lake that borders, it's the borderline, the middle of it, borderlines Peru and Bolivia in South America. Several things are interesting about it. It's at an elevation of 12,500 feet. That's where this lake is. And it's the, if not the largest lake at that height. It's renowned for that ability to be at that height. And what's interesting is within that lake, there's an ancient ruins, the ancient ruins of a temple for the people who existed before the Inca. We're talking 1,500 to 2,000 years ago. Now, we have many different opinions on ages and who was here and who wasn't here. And the reason we have so many is many people are fearful of expressing what they're finding because they'll be ridiculed and put out of their community. Sounds familiar, doesn't it? We can't speak the truth because if we speak the truth, we'll be put out of our community. It's a pattern that humans have used for thousands of years to rule and control each other. It's not something that's just happening right now and saying, oh my goodness, this is, how can this be? It's always been. The problem with it's being always been is the fact that through that, we have deteriorated in many ways as a collective society. Instead of coming together in unity, which we're sort of being proposed, this is the ideal we want, there's greater separation. And what you're seeing now is the greater separation playing out. Back to Lake Titicaca, it's a very sacred water on Earth. Okay, and what's happening is the moon is going to be directly over that during this eclipse, and it's where the male dragon, the great male dragon, the plumed serpent, and the great female dragon, the rainbow serpent, are going to intersect. They're going to cross. So these are wave lines that go across the planet. And they're going to cross, just like this, right over Lake Titicaca, over the island of the sun and the island of the moon during this eclipse. And that's a powerful expression of energy, because what you're looking at is ancient wisdom and today crossing together. That passage is going to be, I look at it, and I'm being guided as a new starting point. A new starting point for humanity to recover from thousands of years of degradation and thousands of years of distortion. I'm not an expert. I just listen to what I feel in my heart and hear from my guides, and I put it out there. So I tell everybody, take it with a grain of salt. But what it presents for us is hope. And it's about hope and the freedom to search for the positive effect of that hope that really is important right now. Because the future will become more accessible. The future will become more adaptable. The positive eternal reset of humanity. Now, just think about the positive reset, the internal reset of humanity. What it basically means is that the fear and the drama of what we're experiencing will lessen. It will start to dissipate. What will happen is we'll have more access to positive light energy, because the darkness will no longer have as much power. It will be diminishing. And that's what's happening. This is an evolutionary point in the history of humanity, I feel. Not that there aren't any, there's many, but this one, for some reason, is very powerful. And what was interesting when I read this article, and my show notes, when I put it on my blog, the link to that message will be there, is that what happens, it's a balancing point. And many of us are feeling out of balance. And we've had 2 years of separation, 2 years of isolation, 2 years of losing self-worth consciousness. So we've been on a downward scale, and this is sort of the bottom level. We've gotten to the bottom floor, and now we're going to come back up. And this is where the gloomy darkness, the fear, the anxiety all exists in this space. And many of you feel that. I forget what the statement was yesterday about Global Heart, but we're coming to a fatigue, a compassion fatigue. And that hit me. What am I feeling? Compassion fatigue. And it just felt so amazingly perfect to describe what we're feeling. Is we're continually expending compassion and love and kindness, but we're not getting anything back. We're not taking the time to refill, if you will. So this episode between the sun, the moon, and the earth is that trigger point. So when we talk about the dragons and the ancient stories of the dragons, I work with dragons in the grid work, and we can see the shape of dragons in the ground. We can see the shape of dragons in the clouds. I'm not looking at them as prehistoric animals. I'm looking at them as forms of energy which speak to us. Okay. And I took a picture and put it on my page. And here's the message. I said, well, if you're going to show up, if you're going to be a dragon and you're going to show up, give me something to tell the world. This was on the 10th of May. This was this week, in preparation of this coming weekend. And the message was, the dragon appears and speaks through the wind to remind us of the eclipse of great changes. Awaken, children, and embrace it all with ease. Fear is losing its power over you. Open your hearts even wider to the heavens above, below, and within. And those are the words that came through, and I wrote them down. And when you think about that, it's really a statement of encouragement. It's a statement from something other than our human self, but it's our natural self, our natural environmental self that is speaking to us, that is actually communing with us to relieve some of the fear, some of the pain, some of the suffering. Because as we do that, we automatically project that energy into everything around us. So the key of all of this really is to have this positive internal reset. And only each one of us are responsible for how that plays out. There's not going to be a collective, oh, everybody's going to get the same message. Everybody's going to do the same thing. It's not like that. We're all unique. We all have special gifts as the sovereign beings we are. And this is what's important, is to tap into, what are my assets? What do I bring to the world? What is my worthiness? Not based on material things, but based on love, kindness, compassion. How do I start to portray that more? How do I begin to bring that forward into a physical form? Because we have it. We've been stopped by trauma from our childhood to whatever age you are right now. And I'm not here to blame anybody or look anything. It's just time to say the trauma's got to go. We got to get rid of that trauma. Doesn't matter what size, shape, color, sex, doesn't mean what it is. Go. I recognize you. I see you. I feel the pain and suffering that you've created in my life at that point in my life. And I'm no longer going to hold you prisoner in my body. Because if I hold you prisoner in my body, I'm responsible for my suffering. I need to release you. Wherever you go is not my problem, but leave me. Goodbye. So many people now are suffering from childhood trauma. I'm getting more and more people connecting to me, talking about childhood issues where they've been molested, or they've been raped, or they've been beaten, or they've been, used and abused in some way that really has, when they look at it, changed the way they've thought about life and the world and themselves and that relationship. And when I hear these stories, I look into the world and I say, no wonder the world is the way it is right now. Because it's not just 10 or 100 people this has happened. This is millions, billions of people who have suffered from trauma. Take a deep breath, because I know that's triggering some of you. And it's okay. You are safe here. This is what this equinox is about. This not equinox, eclipse. This is what the eclipse is about. It's the turning point. It's a place where we can say, I have an opportunity to tap into the energies of this and receive them with an open heart. And I don't know what they're going to do to me, but I can trust that whatever they do is going to be for my highest good. And that's what I need to focus on, is what is for my highest good. Bless you all. I love you all. This is a hard time to be living through, yet we chose to be here because we were the ones who knew we could get through this. We knew somehow, some way, that whatever we would have to go through in this moment in time, many of us would be part of the front end of pushing through the darkness. And as I come here every week with you, I become deeper within myself, because I see myself in each of you. And it makes me realize that I'm not alone. I'm not here going through this and nobody else understands. What I've learned is everybody understands this. It's just we can't talk about it because it's so damned painful. And it's made us believe less in ourselves. It's diminished our potential to assist others, to assist ourselves, to stand up and speak our truth. So, again, this message of the dragon, this eclipse, this connection with our ancestors, whether they're our lineal ancestors or not, they're ancestor humans, they're really talking about an internal reset. And as we reset inside, the response will happen externally. The focus needs to come in, and many people will, well, that's, selfishness, or that's narcissistic, or whatever. No. Those are the words that have been put out there, and many of those issues are not what they say they are. But they're labels that have made us have a name that says it's okay to be this. Oh, well, we can forgive you because you're blah, blah, blah. No, the truth is you need to be who you truly are. Not with that cross to bear, not with that mental pattern floating in your head that allows you to not seek the true self, but to settle for what somebody else has told you. You are powerful. You are amazing. I can't say that enough. And I say that because I've witnessed for 30 years the change in me after coming back from death into somebody that I would not have recognized. That other person wouldn't have recognized this one. And if they did, they'd stay the hell away from them. And what I realize now is why that person would stay away from me. Because I would represent what they didn't want to look at in themselves. Each of you are a mirror for someone else. And the ones we have the most difficulty with are the ones who see themselves in you and recognize that they're failed in that aspect. And the first thing they want to do is kill you. They want you to be removed from their vision, from their hearing, not because of you. It has nothing, it has to do with them. And they'll punish us, they'll hurt us. And in many ways, they're innocent. They do not know what they do. You can look at several biblical passages regarding that. Reality right now is this weekend. Come into your heart. Whatever you do, get out in nature at some point. Realize that we are part of a process of evolution where this is like a marker point. The new trail begins here. Open your hearts. Trust your heart. Follow your heart. The future will become more accessible to all of us as we move along on this evolutionary path. And it's all about releasing the damaging emotional trauma that's within our cellular structure. We can't see it, smell it, taste it, but we do feel it emotionally. Emotion, energy in motion. And so our energy becomes scattered. Our energy becomes less cohesive. Our energy becomes weakened, drained. It's as if it's bleeding out. Take a moment to just allow that barrage of information. Take a deep breath, because there's nothing you have to really hurry up and do. Relax into this. It will be done. Thy will be done. It's your will to heal. It's your will to be who you truly are. It's your will to be able to look at pain and suffering and not relate it to your own pain and suffering, but be able to say, what can I do to help change this? Not just for somebody else, but the part of me that's attached to it. We're all attached together. We're one humanity. I don't care what size, shape, color, how many teeth you have, whether you got hair, you don't have hair. Doesn't matter. We are humanity. We're not Africans, we're not Russians, we're not Americans, we are human beings. Start to see that. We all have different backgrounds, we have different teachings. How beautiful would it be if we could appreciate those things in each other instead of trying to say, no, my rules say this, my rules say this, that's against the law, this is you can't do. Who the hell created all that crap? Thousands of years of people living with personal trauma. That's how I see it. The future now will become more accessible and adaptable for the positive internal reset of humanity. Those are my words. The deep trauma and fear that is arising in us all will lessen as we will have more access to positive light energy, which diminishes and balances the gloomy darkness caused by fear and anxiety. Sounds pretty good, don't it? It is very good. And it's about to happen at a level that can't be stopped. We have assistance from our ancestors in the stars. We have assistance from the angelic realms. We have assistance from Mother Earth realms. All together are coming to change this with us and within us. You don't have to believe me. Just hang on that thought. Hang in the thought. What if that does happen? What would it be like? Is it something I want to be a part of? What can I do to help it? The message is we don't have to do a lot of things. We just have to be sincere and honest when we do anything, that it's for the good of all. And it brings me to the most powerful element for us as humans. Water. In the world right now, we have a great deal of pollution. We have water with plastic in it, chemicals in it, genetic modifiers in it, medicines in it. And countries have put it on a commodity list. Something that they think is they own, and they sell water. Our bodies are a minimum of 70% to, on some levels, 90-something% water. We are water beings. As riverman, that's part of my purpose, is to bless the waters, to honor the waters, not just in the land, but in every human being. When I talk to you and I speak with you, I'm connecting to the water within you. And hopefully it changes the patterns in your water. This is what Dr. Masaru Emoto worked on, and you're all familiar with him. There's many who have taken his work and taken it to completely new levels. That's wisdom. I'm not all that interested in the wisdom of it, but I'm interested in what do we do? How do we utilize that which embodies us and we embody it, without which we wouldn't be having this conversation. Never mind the technology that we are working on. How do we take that as the strongest medicine for healing these old wounds? And this came to me at the end of my show notes here, partly because I'm going to do a water ceremony this weekend, a tree ceremony, and it's all coming on this weekend, and it's made me feel, am I able to do all this? What's being asked? Hydration is the key word here. As water beings, we have to have hydration in order for our energy fields to work properly. Dirty water inhibits the energy. When we drink water that's chemically treated, all of these flavored waters, all of these manufactured waters, all of those are not real water. They're adulterated water. Okay. And their chemical processes, they put all these little names down on the bottom of the lines, but those are names, they're pseudonyms for other main key ingredients, which are highly cancerous, highly poisonous. I forget what soft drink or whatever water drink it was. They said it was natural. It had all kinds of chemicals in it. They caught them at it. This is a major Pepsi or something company that made this water. They didn't change what was in the water, although it's highly chemical and highly harmful. They just took the word natural off the label. It's the same poisonous product. I want you all to be aware of what you're drinking. Highly conscious of what you're drinking. Not going to go into all my learning about it, but what you want to do is, if you have water, wherever you are, your own tap water or you buy water, I want you to start to find a filter that's highly qualified to change the structure of it, to clean the water. You filter it. You can use crystals with it. You can put crystals in your water. You can put your water in the sun. You can use electromagnetic frequencies. There's all kinds of ways to destroy or remove that which is harmful to you in that water. And right now, it's imperative that we do this. That's the message I got this morning. It's imperative. And I can't tell you why. That was just the message. And the quote by Dr. Masaru Emoto that I ran across as I was looking for information to try to understand what my messages were. This is what was written, and it's a quote by him. Water is the mirror that has the ability to show us what we cannot see. It is the blueprint for our reality, which can change with a single positive thought. All it takes is faith, if you're open to it. That expresses his thoughts of the power of water in our evolutionary process. So all of this, as I said in the beginning, is really the title of the day, a positive internal reset. And when I wrote those words this morning, I had no clue what was going to come through me. But as you can see, we've gone through suffering, pain, trauma, evolutionary change, and we come back to water. This is important for all of us to remember. We don't just live here on planet Earth. We are a part of Mother Earth. And Mother Earth is a part of us. What we do to ourselves, we do to Mother Earth. And what Mother Earth does to us. Let's honor the earth, the water, the air, the fire, all of it. Let's find that within ourselves. Let us make a commitment to ourselves to seek and find who we truly are and all of the traumas in our lives that are keeping us prisoner from being that. Bless you all. I apologize for missing last week. I slept over. It was, again, some days with this long-term COVID, you collapse and life becomes a real challenge and you have to honor it. It's called honoring your body. So I hope I made you look forward to this weekend and the shifting energies, and know that what you're feeling isn't there to hurt you. It's there to awaken you. It's there to encourage you. It's there to say, come, please, come and be your full present self. And if just the people who listen to this did that, it would start a chain effect. It's sort of like the wildflowers. You do all this planting in your garden to plant your flowers, and then all of a sudden the wildflowers blow, the wind blows there, and now you have all of this stuff that's choking out everything, and it's like, how did that happen? It's just the wind. It was free to move in the wind. May you be free to move in the wind. I love you. I thank you. I respect you. I am you. You are me. We are unity. One heart. One love. We always have been. We always will be. Even if we don't recognize it or see it. But it becomes much brighter when we can see it. So for those of you who are suffering compassion fatigue, take a rest. Sit back, honor yourself, and remember, if I don't feel good, I can't make anybody else feel good. I need to take care of me right now. Bless you, dear hearts, and we'll see you next Saturday. And yeah, welcome to those who may not have been here before, those of you who show up more often than I do sometimes, because I don't show up, but it's only been lately that that's happened. Bless you all, and know that you can find me at several places. I don't hide anywhere. And may you be blessed. May you be blessed with peace, light, and love beyond your wildest expectations during this eclipse. Oh. See you next week, next Friday. Bless you all. Love you all. And somewhere here, oh, there it is. It says end live video. I get lost. But it's a nice lost. I'm lost in a group of people who I just love to death, dearly. Bless you.